Ready, guys?
We're ready.
This Rook turns blue. Look, fucking Smurf.
I know.
What is up, everybody? We got a Smurf bow down in the corner. We've got a pirate up in the left corner. We've got Jester to your right, and not.
He's got a phone call.
I'm gonna mute my phone. I just thought about that.
Clapperboard.
Where the hell is my phone? Oh, it's my pocket. Hold
My
on.
sound always stays off.
Turning it off. All right. Well, that's right, folks. From the people who didn't ask for it and didn't want it, we're giving it to you anyway. The weekly staff meeting, brought to you by the FourHorsemen Syndicate. Hope you guys enjoy this, because this is what we do every week. Sadly, it's kind of funny. What is up, everybody? That's right, it's your boy Bloodstalker and gang. We've got the FourHorsemen Syndicate here. Now, I know I quit YouTube, and I know that we're not posting gaming content. This is a way to give back to you guys. This is our weekly staff meeting call. And believe it or not, we at the FourHorsemen Syndicate take things serious, don't we, guys?
Yeah, sure, really. Yes. Yes,
Sure.
we do.
I'm going to need a little bit more fakeness in that. No. Believe it or not,
Yes, sir.
for real, believe it or not, we do this once a week. And we've never done FaceTime like this. This is kind of funny. Anon is currently in game working on some things for us. So he took some time out of a busy day in Atlas to go ahead and Skype on in for the call. Tag doesn't have
It's
a
our
face.
remote.
Yeah, Tag streaming a still picture of himself in order to give us a gasp. Crazy's not here yet. Crazy won't be joining us probably till maybe next weekend or the week after that. He's still in the middle of getting everything set up. Oh, now Non's moving. Oh, now, whoa,
That was
that's
me.
a
Shut up.
oh, no, Tag
That crashed in the party.
for the
Put one in
win.
back of his head.
Not
You owe
again.
him.
Not again. Oh, that's a bloody mess.
That hurt.
So anyway,
It does.
the whole purpose of this is to just talk. We always talk about once a week. We always get together, usually on a Saturday or Sunday. When we all have time, we get together and talk about the games we're playing, what the plans are for the week. When I was doing content, and what we were trying to look for in the future, and talk about future projects. I've always said we had a lot of projects in the work in the background. We do, and we're still kind of debating on what we're going to do with a lot of that stuff. I'm not going to be posting daily videos every other day. I'm as far as YouTube goes, we'll talk about that at the end of the video. But right now, this is just to talk about the FourHorsemen Syndicate and what we got to get done for the week. And that's a lot of pretty tall order, isn't it, guys? Aren't we busy for the week?
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
can work on my
yeah.
desk.
Oh yeah. Non's HR, so he's really busy. No, we usually get together and we just talk about some of the games we're playing and some things that's kind of hit our radar lately. Night of the Dead's one of them that we've been talking about. We played that on stream. What was it, about a week ago? Night of the Dead, it was a Road to Eden. Games like that are really similar in their look, and I think they're taking a lot of heat right now from what I've seen on Steam by a lot of people. People are enjoying the shit out of them, but people are getting tired of asset flips. So that's kind of a topic of discussion, I guess, in games we could talk about. What are your guys' thoughts on asset flips in games? Kind of throw a curveball at y'all. Oh, I love doing this to them. They didn't know this was coming, by the way.
I don't even know what asset flips in games are.
See, that's why I did this, because I could
Yeah,
give two shits less.
Perfect customer.
Yes.
And see, that's my whole point to it. Who gives a shit? Asset flips are when people take the core. Jester gets it when they don't change the assets out. I think it's kind of funny because I heard Parsley Roll talking about this crap. To me, I enjoy a game that's, if it's early access and they're in development of it and they're trying to work on it and trying to get it going, I'm not going to. It's just kind of like how I did my YouTube and a lot of other people do. Why would you dump money into something that's not viable at that time? You want to try to see if it's something that can become viable. But there are a lot of early access developers out there who have pretty much left it like it is and walked away and got their money and moved on. I mean, we've seen a lot of those Empires, a lot of those little bitty like Unity flips and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of them out there.
So, anyway, I'm gonna slide off. No, go ahead, Tag. You wanted to say something?
Yeah. I know the early access, the Unity flip ones. I mean, some of them can be good, but yeah, it does hurt when they come out because some of them propose some really good games and they flop.
Yeah.
But I don't mind though to a point putting some money towards them because you can get some really nice gems that do pop out of them.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
agree.
I mean, technically
Yeah, I
speaking,
think-
if you look, go ahead, Anon.
Yeah, I was going to say, an asset flip has become a generalization term for anything that contains assets that have come from a library.
Yep.
Whereas what I deem an asset, in fairness to a lot of these games, I don't think they are. An asset flip is where a developer brings out a very basic game, promises a lot more, launches it for even a couple of quid, and people buy it, and then there's never any further development on it.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of survival game engines where people have done that, and I think that's the fault of platforms like Steam to allow stuff to go that far. When they did away with the whole Greenlight program, where there had to be a certain level of standard to be able to get the game out in the first place. I mean, some of the stuff you see on Steam now is a bit shocking. But to me, if it's got assets in it that I recognise from other games, be it monsters, buildings, or whatever, I don't have an issue with that. It's about the mechanic that you build with those assets and make a game that has variety from the previous game that you played. And then you move on from there once you've got some money rolling in. But, you know, that's how I see it anyway.
Well,
yeah. I mean, I do fully believe in that. Yeah, 'cause it's sad when us as a community we look at them and we put the money out. But like I said, you do get some really nice gems that do eventually move on from that Unity. They hire the graphic artist to change that core base graphics and what came out of the Unity engine, and they put in something that's really, really nice.
you know, what I think is the funniest is when you see, I mean, I guess a prime example would be Out of Reach. Every time we bring up Out of Reach talking about it, Tag's like, oh, I've been looking at getting that. I'm like, no, dude, don't buy that one. They stopped. I mean, Out of Reach was a really good concept and a really good pirate type game. I mean, it had a lot of cool things you could do in it, and then now they're trying to make a Battle Royale game. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. I mean, a lot of those people jumped on the Battle Royale program, too, when, you know, Fortnite hit it big. But, I mean, I don't know. We're adults in our games. I like more mature type style fighting, you know, like realistic combat type stuff. You like Call of Duty type, where you're seeing real guns, like real world guns being used, not like some fucking giant puffed up shotgun that, you know, it's bigger than your arm, like an arc and stuff. It kills me.
Now, the one thing I did notice, I was going over last couple of days, is I'm hoping that the rumors are true. I've heard, maybe other people out there might be able to vouch for us. For America's Army might be coming out with a new one coming in 2021.
That'll run.
That'll run, because that game got crazy on resources, and that's what knocked a lot of people off of it.
It did, yeah. Proving Grounds was good. I loved America's Army 3 and Proving Grounds, but yeah, it did. It crashed, but I love that one because the fact it was one shot, one kill type thing. It was a strategy. You couldn't do a lone wolf. Couldn't do it properly. But hopefully, rumor has it they're going to be coming out with one probably at the end of this year to early 2021.
Yeah, that to me that game was really cool because that started like back in the 90s. I mean, Jesus. Yeah. I mean, I used to play it up on dial-up back in the day, the original one, and then watch it evolve. Yeah, I mean, because Rook and I on a floppy. Yeah, Rook had it on a floppy when the very first original came out, when it could be put on a floppy. Because we used to play a lot of
3.5.
Well, yeah, we used to play Urban Ops. Tell me the other ones. Rainbow Six and what was the white Ghost Recon, all that. We used to play a lot of that back in the. We do LAN parties and stuff. And so I was always, I mean, pretty much me and Rook and even Jester to an extent used to play a lot of FPSs growing up. We did a lot of that.
I played that game on a national level.
Yeah, you did. Nice, you played the shit out of it. Mine was just Call of Duty in 2008. I got stuck in Call of Duty 4 with my friends, and then World of Tanks. Me and Jester and Wedge used to play the shit out of World of Tanks all the time. I started
World of Tanks.
Oh, I don't know why. I think it was just because it was something the three of us could play together and actually get in a game together, because we didn't have the other stuff. So.
Yeah, see, I didn't do the whole Call of Duty thing.
The first few.
What?
Mine was a bit more realism rather than the whole rounds, so I did the whole joint operations Typhoon Ryzen.
That was good.
The original Armor.
Yeah, Armor was fun too. The Armor's, I mean, that's probably one of them. I think a lot of people steered away from Armor after Armor 3 came out, and they weren't providing support for DayZ because of DayZ standalone shit. Because I mean, I'm sorry, I know people love DayZ. It is a good game. I like the Armor 3 or the Armor 2 mod, DayZ mod. That was a lot to me. I liked it better. I don't know why. I haven't touched DayZ or seen much of it since, in the last year or two, and I know they've done a lot to improve it. So I cannot speak to that game as far as is it better now? But I mean, we dabbled in Scum. We played a lot of Scum. I mean, when it comes to those style games,
Scum's making a lot of good leaps and bounds over the since it came out. Some nice new patches they brought out. You've now got vehicle damage. Vehicles can be shot. You can actually now shoot from the vehicles.
Without blowing up your own truck like you did.
Well,
What about running over?
without pulling out your own chat. Yep.
What about running over rocks like that small tag? Does that still blow a truck up?
No, that seems to work. I think it's when I have Jester in the truck with me. It causes
Blame
a
Jester.
counterbalance weight issue.
It's Jester. Totally Jester's fault.
I still have dreams about that one.
So what really happened was he hit that rock and then Jester dropped a grenade. Is that what you're trying to say? And blew the car
I
up?
think so. Yeah.
Shot through the block.
As an oops.
That was a funny time.
Yeah, no, Scum's made some good changes to it. It's coming along well. I was going to do another one I mentioned. I told Anon the other night, but I don't know if I told you guys. The Project T server is back up and running, and I think he's got it properly modded. And
yeah, he's wanting us to before anybody starts getting on there. I think he's keeping the number limited until we can all get a bunch of people on there to run through it. All of a sudden,
I was on it last night for
was
an
anybody
hour.
else?
Just Ryu and one of the Insane Clown came on.
Oh, okay.
So Insane Clown was on for a bit. There's about 4 of us at one point.
There you go. So yeah, so he's getting it back up. I know that. We've been playing on Musk Gaming, and Musk Gaming has been fun, but we got our base wiped, and we're still butthurt about. At least I'm still butthurt about that. I know Anon is too. I mean, me and Anon, and I did not do or contribute near as much as you gued did, but I did compare. I contributed a pretty fair share on that. If I can speak fucking English, pretty fair share to the upper part of it. So, but yeah, that was.
I mean, you gave us a clear list of what was needed. I mean,
That's right. I gave you a damn list of shit to do, and y'all did it. Poor Non lost his HR office he made. He had
Got her done.
I never did get to show that because I mean they had like a kitchenette down. I mean it looked like it's like Twisted's base. Hell, Twisted's on that damn server's got like he showed his
face looks good,
doesn't it though? I mean he's got like a little bar outside. I mean I'm like going, damn, I'm just not that creative when it comes to this game. I don't look at it like that. I don't know why. I look at it more like I got to survive, not worry about if the flowers look good with the wall painting or not. You know.
You gotta make it look good. You know,
Some
you're gonna get
scatter
eaten by a
cushions.
zombie. Yeah.
I used to do stuff like that, man. I played Sims for so long, and I get all excited about the Sims and doing that shit. What the hell is Jester doing? Oh, wife's talking to him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know. I go back and forth on how I like to play games. That's why I like playing with a big group like you guys because you guys do totally different stuff, especially Non.
Far his head came out of that shell. He had his neck cranked up out of that shell.
Yeah, turtle got a turtle head poking out.
You're very turtle, man. You're turtle enough for me.
So
Now the one I want to touch on as well, there, Blood. That I was thinking of maybe give it a quick bash over the week or next weekend. Empyrion. We really
I installed
touched
it.
That one. Yep, perfect. Because we haven't really touched it since it's come out of early access.
I did install it. You'd be proud of me because, I mean, it's came out like Tag was saying. It just came out of early access officially now, right?
Yes.
They're done
development.
They're done on official development, but they will be adding more stuff. Are they still going to be adding stuff? I haven't heard anything about that. Okay, that's what I thought.
They'll still be upgrading bug fixes.
It's going to be like when Rust came out of full. When Rust came out early access, finally, people were like, "Oh my God, they're not going to do anything else." And what have they added since Rust has come out of early access? They've added cars, they've added farming, they've added all the shit that they've talked about. So
yeah, well, they did a small patch update on the 24th of August. So they're still doing patches to it. Also, the workshop's massive in it to help out with your ship design if you don't really want to build your own ships. The workshop's got everything there for you, including bases for land.
yeah, that's a game that we're going to get back into. And I haven't played Empyrion on my channel. It wasn't played on the channel, but handful of times. But I've had Empyrion since like literally alpha when it came out.
Yeah,
I mean, I played it when it first came out, and you could barely do anything in the very beginning stages. There's very little to do, and I couldn't figure. I was not dumb. I was just complete dumb on how to do shit. But yeah, I did install it per Tag's request. It's ready to go. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna play some Empyrion on there. We'll be doing this stuff on streams too, and so we'll be streaming a lot more, and that goes into the Twitch part of it. And this will kind of answer some of the questions. We'll talk about. We're gonna go ahead and segue into that. A lot of the questions I've gotten since I posted the comment about stopping posting YouTube content was, we're going to miss you and all that. And everybody, then a couple people, are you ever going to do it again? Things like that. And what I've done is I am moving towards working on streaming now. I know how to do YouTube. I know how to edit a video, do all that stuff. Now I'm focusing on just streaming because we have way more fun just live streaming, whether it's by myself or with the guys, with Cage or whatever. When we do that, it's to me, I have an opportunity to interact with you guys real time, not through comments. first off. I know the videos are helpful because some people don't have the scheduling times. So when I stream, though, I'm going to try to stream in a wide gambit of time that everybody can kind of jump in. I don't have a schedule yet. I don't know if I'll ever make a schedule. We all know how I do about schedules and how I do about things. Plus, like Anons said it best. If you say you're going to do it, you got to do it. And so if I say that I'm going to do it on this schedule, then I got to do it. It's just like uploading videos every day at 7:30 in the damn morning.
I think that's about the only thing you've ever been able to keep up to date, though, there, Blood, because usually most of the time it's like, yeah, we'll play that within the next 6 months. You know,
I think I've only failed uploading videos 2 or 3 times in the 6 years I did it, and that was only because most of it was because of YouTube. Others PC problems too for a while, which I'm not going to count every day I didn't upload when my computer died. Hippies.
As they say, your inconsistency is incredibly consistent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
There you go.
Look at Rook.
You got to do it without putting the pressures on for what you've had recently.
Yeah.
Do stuff as and when.
And I think I also need to clarify too. The reason I'm not doing YouTube anymore has nothing to do with the fact that it didn't do with money, with views, subscribers, any of that shit. It has to do with the fact that YouTube doesn't suggest me at all to anybody. There's no possible potential for me to grow unless it's through other people that I leech off of. So I'd have to try like talking to other big YouTubers and letting me, hey, can I do a video with you to at least get some exposure? I'm not going to go doing that shit. I don't believe in doing that. I don't care for doing that shit and don't want it. So, I mean, it's just, I mean, will I ever, I mean, and someone said, will you ever post to YouTube again? I'm not going to say no, I'm not, because then like Anon said, I'll never be able to post to YouTube again if I say it.
Well, you're posting this to YouTube, aren't you?
Exactly. So, and this right here, we're recording this on a Sunday afternoon. This is when our time to get together and bullshit. And this is a way for us to share our personal selves with you guys a little bit more. You guys really have never really seen Rook, and unless you're on the Discord, you've never seen Anon, or you've never seen Rook, you've never seen Tag, you've never seen Jester. You've never seen any of the guys' faces except for mine when I stream or if I ever put it up on like my vlogs and stuff. So this is a way to introduce you guys. These gentlemen are the FourHorsemen Syndicate with minus Crazy. Somehow Crazy is always minus. Anyway,
to be fair, I don't actually look like this.
Yes, he does. He's a big old muscly. He's the short guy on the very far left. The tall guy's Tag.
Outrageous.
So, but no, this is a way for us to be a little bit more personal because the two guys in the top corner, the right corner and the bottom left, I've known all my life. This is my brother down there stroking the pussy, and my other brother up there just staring intently. Yeah, there he goes. See, he loves me. He loves me. These are a fact. I mean, yeah, Jester I've known since I was a kid. Rook, well, he's not. I've known him all my damn life. He's known me longer.
A little while.
You could say we've dabbled in knowing each other. So, but now segueing on to the whole purpose of another purpose of this video is one thing you may or may not know about the FourHorsemen Syndicate and our Discord is we promote other content creators. I do this for a reason because I know how hard it was getting started in YouTube just to get a foothold to get yourself exposed because YouTube, especially if you're not monetized, they don't really expose you at all either. So you kind of have to just scrape by getting to 1,000 subscribers to do it there. So we have, I mean, just like a lot of other YouTuber Discords and whatnot that they do, we do promote other content creators, and we'd like to do things. So you're going to start seeing a lot more interacting with them and doing things with them, like Gamer Not a Gamer Gaming. I've talked to them. I love those guys. They're great. Husband and wife duo that's funny as hell. Army Mom Strong's another funny person. She's awesome. Rook talks to her a lot too. She's cool as hell.
Those good people.
Yeah, they're really good people. And then there's a lot of smaller creators who are just getting into this who post content on there. This is a way to give back to them and to be able to get them exposure. I may not do this anymore, but it doesn't mean that I'm not still part of this community and still part of all this. I think when I said I was quitting YouTube, a lot of people thought, oh, this dude's just going to walk away from it all. And I was like, immediately said, no. I'm going to stream more. And I'm going to focus on this Discord because to me, this is more important. Because I set out to do one thing, and I told the guys this. I set out to do one thing when I started doing YouTube. And my goal back then, and it's always been my goal, is to create a community where people can come to find others to game with. Because that's the biggest part of it too. And I didn't say that even. But for people if they want to play a game, they can come here and find someone to play a game with them. If they want to find someone to watch content, somebody's that's starting out that plays the same type of games we all play, they've got that ability to. But I wanted to create a community where people could come together, become friends, meet people from all around the world, and come together and have a good time. And, after I started thinking about all that, I met my goal by far. I overachieved it, if anything. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've met Tag and Anon. I've known Anon now for well over half my YouTube career. He started watching me. When was it? Like, we met back in 17, 16.
Might have been somewhere around there. I know you started doing a little bit of Arc, which wasn't big on your channel.
No, it's when I brought back Vanilla Arc.
Mm.
Because I thought you were Amazion. Remember the conversation?
Yeah,
And quit making music videos with it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was way back. I stopped doing that after that was before November. November 16 was when I really started putting effort into things instead of doing stupid shit. I have to say that. So, but I mean, when it comes to that, I think I've achieved my goals. And I mean, now it's time to just have fun and celebrate us doing this. So, will I ever post content to YouTube again? And if I do, it's going to be really, what's the word for it? It's gonna be badass. It's gonna be badass shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be It's gonna be something worth watching. You know what I mean? It's something you're gonna watch and say, "This is really damn good. I enjoyed it. I laughed. I had a good time." It's not gonna be like just gameplay or something like that. It's gonna be a purposeful story. So, I don't know. I enjoy doing stuff like that more than anything. I know everybody likes the game commentary as I play and stuff, and enjoys the videos and stuff, and I appreciate that. And I still will do that on Twitch. I have more fun doing it live. I mean, my streaming will get better. And we're growing. I mean, shit, we got over 500 followers now on Twitch. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, it just... All right, so Jester had to step away. So Anon and Tag have been playing ESO with him a lot. So is Lenny's got a character, which I didn't even know. I was really shocked about.
Sully?
One.
I know Sully he loves MMOs, RPGs. So you got those guys been playing it. Not a Gamer Gaming was asking for one that was pretty good other than WoW. And I said, well, I know the guys are playing that. So I tossed that at her, and she said she'd heard about it. I told her, whatever she do, don't play Lord of the Rings online, because you just stay in a city the whole damn time for 2 hours trying to figure out how to get the hell out of it. It's not cool.
That's one I've not tried, but yeah, ESO is fun. I'm really enjoying myself with that one. I wasn't quite sure about the MMOs as well, but yeah, Jester mentioned about it, and I've given it a shot. I like Skyrim, and it is very much like Skyrim. A few twists to it. Obviously, you can't hoard as much as what I'd like to be able to. I can't take everything that's not nailed down. Don't have the bank space, but it is a lot of fun.
Yeah, Tag, that's big. I think every complaint or every review if Tag were to ever do a review on a game would be not enough space, inventory space, not enough inventory space, not enough shit to take. God, you would never survive in DayZ.
I was quite surprised by it. I mean, I was intrigued by it because I played Morrowind years ago.
I played Morrowind too.
Single player.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of put a few hours into that and quite enjoyed it. But a lot of the games I've seen Jester play, because he knows an awful lot of these RPGs, is that to me they're the bit button smashers. All I see is all of these keys along the bottom, hotkeys for different weapons and spells and stuff, and I can't deal with all that. But I think the balance with this is about right. And I was surprised actually the amount of content there is, because I don't have the ESO Plus and I just bought the game on discount.
Yeah.
There's actually a hell of a lot of content, years worth of content.
That's the one thing that I've always heard about it, and the whole thing about being like Skyrim and the Morrowind. Because I played when they did a Morrowind online for Xbox. I think it was for PC too. It was a free-to-play online game, and it was. I mean, playing it on Xbox, it was kind of fun. I couldn't get into it though. Me and Jester played a couple times and just never went back to it. I was still at that point. I'd already transitioned to PC gaming, so it's like I'm not going to do this. Piss off PC. I want PC games. So, now that we've talked about that, I mean, as far as any other ones, Jester we'll have to have Jester talk. Tag, you're going to end up shooting Anon again, Tag. You know that, don't you?
He's not. It'll be the last shot he fires, let me tell you.
Because then he's going to stuff and mount you, literally. Flashback to heat.
It took me 20 minutes to get this camera positioned.
Well, I think another thing I was going to bring up is half this shit.
2 minutes to fix that.
Yeah, didn't it, though? Yeah, I pointed it right away. Another thing I wanted to point out is the fact that there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes on this channel, or part of the Discord or our community, that nobody knows about. I mean, you know, in Heat, I did a couple of videos about that. We had fun doing that. But there's a lot that happened after the fact that we never showed, because we probably couldn't, because it was probably been banned. It was the act of, in Heat, you can actually have relations.
Babies.
And, yes, and implant your seed into the other character.
That's gross.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Anon rammed it. Anon live streamed both events, by the way, the act of concepting the baby as well as delivering the baby. I didn't get to see all of it. Thank God. Rook is scarred.
Baby.
I was there.
Yeah, Rook's scarred. Oh my God, dude.
I was there.
So I think my review for Heat was fairly short. I think it was made a baby with another man I've never met. I would play it again.
Ain't that the truth? And you see, Heat. I mean, you don't hear these things about what you can do in Heat. Everybody stayed away from Heat because it was controversial when it first came out. But the damn game is funny as hell. It's a good game. It really is enjoyable.
It is. It is. Yeah, the time that we did play it, I mean, when me and Anon were playing it, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, setting up the community, getting your crops going, the exploring. It's like your every other survival game out there, but it can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's important about everything. Now, segueing into the streaming stuff, what are we going to be streaming? Well, I don't. As far as multiplayer stuff, Friday nights I'll be streaming with Cage, and then we're going to be playing on the multiplayer world because he's not recording that anymore, and I don't even think he's streaming it. It's just me, Autumn, and Mike streaming at that point.
Yeah.
But it's with a bunch of us, so we're going to be doing that on Fridays, guaranteed. I think next Friday we're going to be playing Night of the Dead, maybe, if you can talk Autumn into it. As far as our group playing, Grounded is going to be our multiplayer we're going to try to stream. We streamed some yesterday, which was fun. We had a lot of new people pop up for it. We're definitely going to be streaming our own 7 Days to Die because, you know, I mean, FourHorsemen Syndicate style 7 Days to Die is like a must-have in your life, I think. And we have yet to do it. And we have yet to do really modded 7 Days to Die, and I almost think it's time to break out the mod launcher and play some Darkness Falls because Kane's been busting his ass on it from what I've seen on Twitter.
Darkness Falls is so good.
It looks
What was
good.
the other mod we played?
World War
Warzerk.
Z. Yeah,
was it.
War
Yeah,
Z
that
or
was good.
Warzook or whatever. That was a good.
Yeah.
I don't think there's honestly a bad mod out there for 7 Days to Die. Starvation's really hard and fun. I mean, but it's just I give all the mod creators for 7 Days huge props because they've done a wonderful job on it. So, I guess with that being said, this week I'm going to be streaming a little bit of Subsistence here and there because I didn't get a chance to play it on the channel a lot. So streaming it will be more fun. We'll be able to do that. We're going to be doing some multiplayer stuff. We might jump into Savage Lands multiplayer because Tag's been begging to do that over and over and over and over again. So, but
Only
I mean,
about 4 times a day.
yeah, pretty much. It's kind of like him asking about us playing. What about Out of Reach? Take it off your wish list, Tag, now.
Shut it.
So, anyway, I think that's going to do it for this one. I don't know how long this ended up being, but I'm not going to put a lot of effort into editing it. I'll put a little bit of finesse to it, but that's about it. I just want to be able to share moments. I think you guys being able to see us all is the most important thing. To me, I think you get a little bit more personal with this because, you know, a lot of us, I mean, this is the first time, like, not all of us know what crazy look like. Only a few of us have had that pleasure or that nightmare. Let me rephrase that, or that nightmare. So we're not who you think we are. We sound like a bunch of gamer nerds, and none of us are actually gamer nerds. We're actually pretty rough people in our lives of what we've done. Borderline criminal, I would almost say, for most of us. So, I mean, I have to say this because when you see what we look like, it all starts making sense because we're scary individuals had you met us on the streets, most likely, I think. Crazy being the most. I think when me and Rook and Jess were down in PAX South in San Antonio, I think that was when I was looking the roughest because that's when that one couple thought we were homeless and steered away from us.
Dude, I was looking homeless at that thing.
That was the funniest shit. I had the best time. I think that was the best road trip me, Rook, and Jester have had together. It was the first time all three of us could go together at one time. Because me and Jester have gone on road trips together. Rook and Jester have gone on road trips together, but never the three of us. It's been kind of funny.
Jester and I went on road trips when we were like kids, though.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't gone on. The last road trip I went on with Jester before this one was when we went to Memphis in May. When all of it. Well, I always went to Memphis in May. We did. I forgot about that.
That was a long time ago.
God, that was back in my 20s when I was working for Blockbuster Music. Not the video store, damn it. I swear to God, Doogie was here saying, "Why don't you mean the music? You mean the video store? No, not the goddamn video rental."
No, you guys had the music store down. Yeah, you guys had the music store down there.
We did. They bought turtles.
We never had that. Yeah, never had that in Canada. We just had the video store.
You know, they ended up putting one. When did you move out of Canada?
10 years ago, 2009, the end of 2009, beginning of 2010.
So if you guys want to find some interesting internet reading, there's an article about a Canadian man kicked out of the country and forced to move to Scotland. Not going to name any names. But no, I'm just kidding.
So I'm the misplaced Canadian.
Yeah. That's the funny part is, I mean, you know, Tag and Anon are in the same time zone at least. One's just, they're just, how many miles separate you guys? A couple thousand?
No, only a couple hundred.
I couldn't tell you, but yeah,
No.
south of England to you're in Glasgow, aren't you, Tag?
Yeah, Glasgow. So we'd be looking at, that's only about
That's
an
an
8-hour drive.
Yeah, 8-hour drive.
Yeah, that's it.
It's
8 hours is nothing.
It's long enough for him not to have turned up yet. It's pretty cool.
I think the odds of Crazy turning up over at Tag's house first are probably the strongest ones to take.
I'm moving first before he finds me.
He's found me, boys, run! So, anyway, all I can say is this, guys. The FourHorsemen Syndicate aren't going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. The YouTube channel is not going to be as active.
It's not going anywhere either.
No.
It's not going anywhere. It's always going to be here. There is plenty of old videos to watch. I actually watched one of my old videos, and I forgot I made it. So, yeah, I've got a lot of content. Keep in mind, just because you think I'm done with YouTube, there's still 1,725 videos out there to watch. So, I expect you guys to get back to watching all of them over and over again. Thank you. Anyway, I've been your lovely host, Bloodstalker. To my left has been Anon.
Bye.
To my right, Rook.
Bye.
And taking up 2 windows for his own ego is Tag below us. I love what Tag
Later.
did.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. You'll have a wonderful week. Oh, yeah. Peace out, y'all. Yeah.